Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Where's the tag? 19! What we got?
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the call.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Give me that ball, defense.
Ingram again, a first down carry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Seth Roberts there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watson on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Thomas. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Ingram. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 72 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Let's go, team. Gonna be a long day.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He may try and... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
From the gun, Jackson on the move to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Buying time to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson steps away to his left. He's got the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Jackson out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 25. Check 25. High 7. 41's the mic. Go. 41's the mic. Watch the run. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Yeah, let's get that ball.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Yo! He's checking. Go. Scratch.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson forced out to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Tried to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
You can't block me.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. He may try and run for this. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Tucker now to add the point after. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Fights free at the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And an alley to run. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.